This is the Corecast Network exclusive, as I would like to say. And then exclusive is, which is not an exclusive because it's been out for over a week now. Given tomorrow is a week. I was supposed to get this last week around Thursday or Friday, which I was going to do an unboxing of this. This is the new PS3 Slimmer Edition. This is the 250 gigabyte version, which comes with Uncharted 3, Drake's Fortune, the special edition. And it also comes with Dust 514 voucher for $30 and a 30-day PlayStation Plus trial membership, which you will need a credit card to do, unfortunately. And basically, here it is. The box is a little smaller. I will be bringing out the PS3, the bigger edition, later to show you, to compare everything from the boxes to how it's set up. So I am doing this. I had to update a lot of video drivers and stuff on my computer because apparently Nero, which I use to record video on right now, I've been using it for years, but it's been acting a little funny. So after I updated it, I updated the Logitech C910 software to record this. It seems to be working well now because I wanted to get an HD and 720p HD because I'm not going to be putting up full 180p videos yet on YouTube because it takes too long for me to do that. I could barely do it in 720p or 480p, which usually it compresses down to 480p. But it's still, I make sure it looks and sounds good. Hence why I am wearing this headset. See? Wearing this little headset. Here, I'll show you. Headset. Yeah, so it sounds a lot better than using the big camera up top here than to do it. As you can see, I got a new, like I showed before a long time ago. If you ever listen to any of my audio casts from the Corecast Network, the Juju2Cast audio cast, the Gamertech audio cast, I got my old E3 cast. You can see, or you will be able to hear what I'm talking about. I got my new setup here, and this is the first, well, not the first, but the true unboxing first on this little set I got here. It's pretty cool. So here we go. Let's get started. You don't want to hear me talking about that. You want to see me unbox this sucker and tell you what I think. So I had the PS3 for a long time. I also have a 360. I have the PS Vita, and I'm happy with them. I do have a Wii, but I don't really care about that right now. And it's been a while because I sold my old PS3. I have still the old PS3 here, but I just have to give it to somebody. It's a friend I sold it to because I wanted to wait because I heard that the slimmer edition of the PS3 is coming out. I know there is a slim PS3 out, but this is what I call the PS3 Slimmer because they never really named it. They just call it the PS3 or PS3 Slim. I call this the PS3 Slimmer. So all you people out there, PS3 Slimmer. And Sony announced it at the Tokyo Game Show not too long ago, and then they said it was going to be available the next week, which I made sure to pre-order right away. And pre-orders seemed to, a lot of people didn't pre-order it for any reasons. And then when they did start doing it, these bundles quickly sold out, I guess, because they had none of them left. And they were supposed to come out 2 editions, a 500 gig edition and a 250 gig edition, which was this one. I've never seen the 500 gigabyte edition out there yet, so I don't know what happened between that, but this is the 250 gig. It's $269.99 plus anywhere sales tax. If you go to Newegg, NEWEGG.com, which I will show up on here. If you go to Newegg.com, you could get this for $269.99. Free shipping, and no sales tax where you won't even get sales tax. So most places, they don't charge sales tax. And so let's do an unboxing, shall we? So as you can see, the box, it's nice and small. It's pretty light. It's very light. You wouldn't think there's really anything in here. It might be a toaster or something. Here's the box. It's Drake's. It shows Drake. It shows some more pictures of Drake and stuff. It shows Netflix and some stuff. So it's a nice, slim, blue console box. And I will unbox this right here. I already pre-cut the box. And just to show you, inside the box, you would think, well, why did they got this in here for? You know, there's like another box in there. So I found this out when I was pre-cutting it. There is another box inside the box. So basically, what the Sony was originally going to do probably is sell just the PS3 Slimmer with a 250 gig hard drive and probably nothing in it originally. Then they decided, well, we're going to add some bonuses to it, like Uncharted 3 special edition and the Decimal 514 voucher and all this extra stuff. So they decided, why don't we make it a bundle? So that's why this is a bundle box, as you can see here. Bundle box. And let me put the bundle box down here for a second. So basically, this is what it was supposed to look like. Plain PS3 Slimmer on here, controller, and that's all it was supposed to originally come with until they decided otherwise. And as I said, I pre-cut this. Hold on one second. Let me move my mouse over so I don't get that caught up in here, like so. My keyboard's perfectly over there. That's why I like this new table and this new setup here. I could do a lot of stuff. I got a lot more room to do unboxings. Oh, man, they made this thing a little hard. Oh, because there's tape. There's more tape. I thought I cut all the tape around the box. Apparently, there is more tape on the box here. Let's see. Using an X-Acto knife, yes. Precision cutting. Let me put this away. Hopefully, there's no more surprises. Anything on the top to worry about? Do not return to the store where it was purchased. Just call Sony up and they'll do shit about it. There we go. Let me get up for a second here. As you can see on the top, right here, they got it prepackaged nicely. They give you these stupid cables. You know, they don't give you an HDMI cable, but they give you the RGB or the red, yellow, and white cables, the regular, standard, everyday cables for the system. Here, let me get a little bit more light into this shot right here. So they give you these crappy red, yellow, and white cables, even though Sony personally makes HDMI cables, but yet they still stick these down your throat, which they figure people still have analog. That could get out of here. Let's see here. They provide you a USB cable to the slimmer cable, and that goes alongside your PS3 wireless remote or wireless controller, so you can charge up the controller with the PS3. And note, it's still a black controller. They don't give you a special blue or white one. And the PS3 power cable or power plug, you know, because the power, even though this is a slimmer PS3, and like all of Sony, they don't believe on having a big brick next to the system. Unlike Microsoft, which has the big power brick, Sony still believes in having, even if they have to shrink it, the power brick inside the system. So good on Sony for keeping it still smaller and keeping the power brick in. Open the box. So here's the PS3. So here's the game first. Here, let me pop out the game. Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception, Game of the Year edition. Right here. I do not care about Uncharted enough to play this game, so I am going to sell this game. So if anybody wants to buy a copy of this game, you know, it's a full retail game disc because it's got the barcode right here. Wait, right here. So you can know you could sell this anywhere because this is just a regular Game of the Year edition, which I think it went on sale with the PS3 also, but I'm going to sell this online because I don't care about Uncharted 3. I think it's a Tomb Raider ripoff. That is my choice. You might not think that, but I don't care. I'm going to wait till Tomb Raider comes out and I'll play that. So everybody, if you go on Amazon.com/eStuff, I will have this for sale very soon. So that goes over there. More plastic inside. Oh, here's the plastic for the vouchers. They're showing you could get their stupid iToy and their stupid Move bundle. Who cares about that? And then on the back is the Dust 514 voucher for $30 for this free multiplayer game. I'm gonna try to sell this too, the Eve Dust 514 bundle, because it's a $30 voucher. Maybe I could sell it for like 15 or something. Someone might want that, so I don't need that. I'm not gonna play that. I got other uses for this beautiful system as I am taking it out. And you notice in other consoles, here, let me move this box. Oh, there's more stuff here. Here's all your your ESRB ratings packet with some other stuff. Let me move the box. As you can see here, it's in their nice egg carton thing that keeps it safe. Microsoft, they don't use the egg carton, I think. They use mostly a more foamish type of packaging for their system. So you could differ if this is more safe or not. Sony's been doing that for years. You know, they make their boxes just like the PS2 box. This looks exactly like a PS2 box, but it's for the PS3. But they still make it look good. So, you know, it's the PlayStation family because they make them all blue, I've been noticing. So all the boxes are blue for PlayStation because that's their color. And here she is. Let me take off the egg cartons like so. Man, so much packaging for such a small system. No wonder we're in trouble with all this garbage on Earth. Okay, it's all nicely wrapped up. Oh, here it comes. Ooh. And there she is, everybody. There she is, and she's sticking to this thing. Holy cow, she is beautiful and white. I mean, not white, but light. I mean, she's thin and light. Holy cow. Look at that. Whew. Look at that. See, you can see here, there's the PlayStation front. There's the symbol and all that. Let me get some more light on her. Right here. There we go. And as you can notice, she's parts shiny, so you still got that slick look on the back and the front. But everywhere else from the sides, as you can see the sides here, the thin sides, it is not shiny. And the top. So to me, I think that makes it a little bit better when you get a partial gloss and partial just static, like regular plain. It makes it a lot better for me because then you don't see all the smudges as much. You'll probably see them in the front and all that, but not around where you don't want to see smudges. And they got this little tape here for a reason. As you can see, there's a little bit of tape there. And I will show you that reason in a sec as I get the tape off. Man, they don't make it easy to get the tape off, do they? Sony. There we go. And tape off. Whoa, look at that. Did you see that? That's why, because it's a top loader. And if you didn't know already, which I'm sure most of you do know, this is a top loading PS3. It saves them on the cost, even though the cost is still more expensive than current PS3s. That's because they bundle in the game and extra software and stuff, and they package it smaller. So they want to try to get as much money out of you as possible. Yes, I think they should have made it cheaper, and they should have just made a standalone system to sell, not a whole, we're going to sell a bundle. But they decided to sell it as a bundle and all that. Like you've seen before, that was how it opened the drawer, and apparently, in order to open this, there should be a little, I think it's the side thing you hit. There's something you tap. Let me see this for a second. Let me spin her around for a second here. That's the power. There you go. Okay. And as you can see, it goes pretty fast, but it doesn't seem like it goes fast enough that it's going to fly off. The British people at IGN, they did a video review like right away because, you know, IGN and Sony are in cahoots with each other pretty much. If you didn't know that by now, and they might differ on that, but they got this first, and then they were pushing this. There's a little tab in front I found with the little eject, which you just push in. It's a little like plastic indent. You just push it, and it goes. It goes fast, but it doesn't go super fast like they were saying. They said, "Oh, it's going so fast, it's gonna rip right off," and no, it doesn't. And you notice it exposes the Blu-ray drive, so you can pop in your Blu-rays. They also said because this is a thin piece of plastic that this might be a little loud because of this. But then they found it wasn't loud at all, and I will probably turn it on to test it with you guys to let you guys listen to it to see if it is loud. Um, the sliding thing, I like top loaders. A lot of people are gonna say, well, I like my front loading thing because you can just pop in a disc and it ejects nicely, But for me, I like top loaders because my PS3 is gonna sit in my console just like this. It's gonna sit right here, straight, and I'm gonna want to just pop a disc in and pop it out very easily. I just don't want to worry about pushing it in and pushing out. I didn't want no stupid looking ejector in there. So I like this concept, and it's easier to clean out because if you get dust in your original PS3s or your PS3 Slim models, how are you gonna get the dust out? I know it has a little dust resistant fabric that keeps it from really get dust in, but you could still get dust in there. And if you need to clean the laser or something, for me, I could just pop in a laser disc cleaner on top and easily clean that. And like I said, I don't mind popping in and out discs onto this thing. The only thing I wish they would have added to make it look a little bit better was maybe a mechanism, which I don't know if they could create, where if you hit the eject again, that it would slowly close over it, close back onto it. And how about if you just left this open like this? Would the disc still play and read? Or is it, when it's in locked position, will it not, or where is where it will start playing? You know what I'm talking about? So if I pop in the disc now and I turn it on and I want to play, will it play with the disc drive open? Maybe we'll try to find that out. Because this, pushing it back, there is a little resistance to it, just a slight. So you gotta actually push it in. Then it hits this like little barrier because you gotta slam it in there a little bit. Yeah, that's okay. It's not a big bothersome for me, It's not bothersome. You can also tap this. If you tap this just right, it will open. But right now it ain't opening, so it's not bad, Like I said, it's nice and airy. It's got nice vents on the back. The whole fan systems in the back, they got smaller chips, improved chipset, fans nicely blowing out in the back. No real big air ports in the sides. They might be in there a little bit for inner ventilation, but also they got the top where it's ventilated throughout the top and the plastic, as you can see. It's easy to get air to come in here and just cool it off because of its plasticky design, which most people said also to me, yeah, it's got a plasticky cheapness to it. Yeah, the door is plasticky, it's thin, it feels more cheap-like, but you know what? They were trying to improve on costs, It's cost them a lot to make those big giant PS3s, and it still cost them a lot to make the slimmer PS3s. Now with the Super Slim, they wanted to just do it one more time, like they did with the PS2, and they're like, I think, because in their mind, in Sony's mind, they were like, well, we think you gamers and people liked us from turning from the PS2 to the slimmer PS2 to the nice and super slim PS2, which actually had the flip top to it. It doesn't have a flip top to it, so they made it a lot nicer. So they're like, yeah, we made the PS2 smaller in 3 variations. Why not continue that trend and make 3 variations of the PS3, And this is nice and thin and small. This is smaller and thinner than not just my PS3, but my Sony Blu-ray player that I have in there currently, which took over. And the reason why I wanted the PS3 again so late in the game is because I have a Vita. There's a lot of games on the PlayStation Network that I would have to still download through the PS3 to my Vita. And there's not a couple, but there's a lot of first party and third party exclusives for the PS3, and I've been missing some of them because I haven't had used my old PS3 in a while, and I sold like I said, I sold it and I wasn't playing them. Like I missed. I want to play Infamous 2 still, and there's a lot of great games coming out in the future for the PS3. And I know the next gen consoles are coming around that corner, but I want to keep the PS3 as my main, not just that, but also as my Blu-ray player. And with the Sony, even though the Sony Blu-ray player I have currently works just fine, this works a lot faster in loading movies, and it lets you skip a lot of that crap that the regular Sony Blu-ray player does not. Sometimes, if you play a Blu-ray on one of your regular Blu-ray systems that are dedicated Blu-ray players, it doesn't want to skip past some of the annoying stuff like the FBI warnings and all that. The PS3 edition seemed to skip them a lot faster too, so or let me pass them by. So that's another reason why I like this. Easy, convenient for my media. And even though the PS3 or the Blu-ray player has the media capabilities where you can pop in a Blu-ray drive or not a Blu-ray drive, but a USB drive. Like if you got media videos, I like took a lot of my DVD collection and I digitized them. They would not play. It would not play those on the Sony Blu-ray player, even though it stated it could. But some reason it wasn't working right, and that's another big reason why I got this because even though this has got a 250 gig hard drive in it now, I am purchasing a 1 terabyte hard drive for this sucker, and I am going to install that into this PS3 while I buy my Blu-ray remote again. So I'm buying a new PS3 Blu-ray remote, unless if I keep this other one here. But I'm going to get a Blu-ray remote for this PS3, and there you go. It'll be my media box, which is what I originally intended for. And now because it's smaller, lighter, it takes a lot less energy than the original PS3 did. I mean, this is fraction of how much electricity this will pump out or pump into it needed to run it. It's a lot better. It's a lot cleaner for my environment. It's a lot smaller, cooler. It's a lot cooler when the airflow, and I got a nice air system underneath my entertainment system. And it's sleek and sexy, and I like it. And plus, like I said, I want to get back into playing some more PS3 games. I want to download those PS Vita games onto it, and I want to also download certain games, PS2 games and stuff from the system, or I should say PSP games and stuff from the system to my Vita. So that's where I want to go into this world again. And I still play my Xbox 360 all the time. That's my main system. That's my main gaming system. This is my secondary system, but this is mostly my entertainment system. And PS3s are always been good with entertainment, with Netflix and all sorts of stuff. And as I can show you up closer, there's the Blu-ray drive. That's what it looks like when it's opened. That's when it looks like when it's closed. And here's the back. This is what you get in the back. No USB ports in the back, as you can see here. Just a network port, an HDMI port, and the AV port that Sony brings. And they still include the optical port, which my Sony Blu-ray player, which I have now, my regular just plain old Sony Blu-ray player, does not have an optical port, which pissed me off. It only had a SPDIF port, and I had to get an optical converter for my SPDIF to run it, and that kind of ticked me off. This has a dedicated optical port, which Sony, I don't know why you made a Blu-ray player standalone without an optical port for the thing, because I don't pump my audio through HDMI. I like using, because my surround sound doesn't have, it's an older surround sound, it doesn't have HDMI to it, like a lot of people still have. But it has dedicated optical ports, inner optical ports, so I got one for my Xbox, I got one for this, and it sounds a lot better because it's dedicated audio. Sure, HDMI would be too, and I'm sure a lot of you are saying, well, why don't you buy a new surround system? Well, first off, the newer ones that I want cost you money, you know. That's just having money go down the drain. And the surround system I have right now is beautiful. It's perfect. It's loud. It's got great bass to it. And I never felt the need to getting a new system yet until this system dies out. Then I'll get a HDMI system, input system. But like I said, this is beautiful. I love the look of it. Even though I wanted a white one, because they said in Japan they're gonna get a white one, and I've been hearing rumors, and I don't know if it's gonna be true or not. If the new Assassin's Creed bundle is gonna have a white PS3. I asked people at GameStop, which they're usually the ones that know if it's gonna have a white edition of this. They even said that they don't think that the Assassin's Creed 3 bundle of the PS3 for here in North America is gonna have a white version of this. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but they said they didn't hear nothing about it, they don't know about it, or else they would have told me. As you can see, like I said, it's a lot thinner, a lot slimmer, it's a lot nicer. It's got this little PS3 logo on the side here. That's got to be where the hard drive resides in too. I'm going to be opening that up to check that out. I got to find out how to open it. I think I push it in or something. I'll figure that out later. It's not a necessity. I think I pop out this thing and I open it up. But like I said, it's nice and thin. It's nice and light. It's got it's just got a lot of look to it, you know. And a lot of people might be pretty picky on it. I'm pretty picky on the looks of my stuff too, but this is really slick and slim. It's even smaller than my Xbox 360, and I got the newest Xbox 360 out there. So I can't wait to see her in action. And that's going to be up next, which I'm going to show you guys when I pull out the other PS3, and I'll show you when it's running. Okay, here I go. Now I'm going to show you, everybody, like I have here, I got the two PS3s. Like I said, I got my nice slim PS3. Oh, and I wanted to show you, because they were showing also in the British video of it, if I eject this, if you put it on its side, because you could get a stand for the PS3, or you could stand it like this, I guess, but they make a stand for this PS3 so it doesn't like fall over. If I hit this like so, it goes a lot slower when it ejects the disc, because you can put it, I guess they don't really want it to go fast, so here, I'll show you again. A lot slower, which is weird, because don't you think gravity would pull that thing a lot faster down? So it's kind of weird like that, so interesting. So here's the PS3 Slimmer, and this big boy, this heavy thing is the regular PS3. Notice difference in sizes, and even though, oh man, this is the heaviest thing. As you can see here, this thing is massive. This is the original, it used to be 80 gig. Until I put in a terabyte in this sucker. This was the first ever PS3. It has all the tons of USB ports in the front. This thing is massive. And this is one of the backwards compatible ones, which I don't really use the backwards compatibility anymore. But the backwards compatibility ones had all these memory card readers and slots up in here. So you can put in all your extra stuff. And this is one of the few that had those. Then they got rid of those, and there was no more of this. This also had no USB ports in the back, but it has the same stuff as the newer one. And this thing is large, as you can see. And if I put the Slim next to it, the PS3 Slimmer, not the Slim, but the PS3 Slimmer, a lot smaller. It's taller by like an inch, and it is thinner. Let me move this sucker around. By a lot, as you can see. Holy cow. This thing is baby length compared to the PS3. This is the original. Here's the Slim. Holy cow, what a difference they created. What technology changes in the future, you know? What technology changes in the future? And I also got for your viewing pleasure, you remember this old boy right here? Yeah, look at that. It's a PS2. And this PS2, this is the original PS2. This ain't the Slim or Slimmer PS2 model. But look at this. Even the PS2 is a lot bigger than the Slim. It's bigger in height. It's not bigger in length. The PS2 Slimmer is a lot longer. This is a lot fat, but it's fatter, this one. And this one's a little bit heavier than the PS Slimmer, too. The PS2 is a little bit heavier. but it's bulkier, it's bigger. It's all squarish, you know, nothing glorious looking to it. It was just a console, you know, it has its memory slots. But this thing, compared to these, is what technology has brought us. Man, I tell you, ugh, oh man, it's like a workout with that. Um, just a couple keynotes on some few gripes that I have about the PS3 Slimmer Edition. You know, all us PlayStation fanboys or all us people that favor the PS3s or PS2s. You remember on the slot here, you can change the little PlayStation logo and you could spin it around, make it go sideways if it's standing, or make it go top and bottom when it's just flat like this. With this one, you can't move the logo at all. It stays in one spot. It is built into the console here. You can't spin the PlayStation logo on that. Kind of a bummer for all us nostalgics, because even on the PS3, you can spin the logo to its side and keep it the same way. So that's a little weird. It's a nitpick thing, you know, nothing really big to complain about. But you know, some of you genuine PlayStation nostalgists out there might have a little complaint about that, because some of you that will have it on the side, unlike me, will want the logo to be facing you normally and not on its side, you know. But it's not a big problem for me. Another thing I had, which is a bigger complaint in my mind, and I'm sure it would be in most of your minds if you didn't understand about it yet. Man, this thing is so light. I could hold this all day. I'm telling you, it doesn't even take. It takes not even a couple fingers to hold this thing up. This thing I got to use like two hands, and I got to use my might. This thing, this PS2, you're gonna need like one or two hands for that. But this thing is so freaking light. I tell you, whew. Man, I can't believe it. But back to my my thing here. What is a big gripe for me for this new PS3 Slimmer is they did not upgrade a certain piece of technology which I'm was hoping they would have upgraded. They did not put Wi-Fi and technology into this, even though they could have. So they never upgraded the Wi-Fi specs. It only has B and G, which is a big problem for me. Because I use Wi-Fi, especially for this console, I want my Wi-Fi, my N Wi-Fi on this. So it's not very good for me. It could be a big problem. I might have to get a network adapter for this, because you know already downloading off the PSN network is slower than molasses. I mean, dirt slow, especially if you don't have a direct connection with it. And also, you know, by you PS3 owners, that even if I'm sure if you even have a direct connection, it might go a little faster, but it's still dirt slow. But with only using Wi-Fi N and Wi-Fi G on this thing, oh my God, when I hook this up into my system, which I'm in my office now, which my router's in the back of me right here, and my room that I'm putting this in is my bedroom, which is right next door to my office, which is not too far away, but I still have like a direct cable just for my Xbox, but I will have to probably split that eventually. But even though this is going like in that room next door with Wi-Fi G, it's still dirt slow. So I'm going to try to update this today, and it's going to probably take forever to update. I'm telling you, it's going to dirt slow. Dirt slow. But otherwise, I don't have any more gripes. A lot of people might think this is a gripe, having this cover on there. That's not a gripe for me. It's not a problem at all. I think it's okay. I don't know. Like I said, a little gripe, the icon doesn't move around. Big gripe, no Wi-Fi N. No Wi-Fi N. And yes, if you were wondering, it only has 2 USB ports in the front. That's all you should need, you know, to charge up your controllers or add a media stick. Sony never had a back USB in the back. I wish these were USB 3.0 slots, but they're 2. But that's okay, because you're not doing much with them except charging and maybe entering in some physical data. I never checked on how to exit the hard drive, but I know it's on this side. I'll do that when I get my hard drive. Maybe I'll show a little video on how I upgrade the PS3's hard drive on the PS3 Slimmer, but it's not something most people do. I'm one of those geeks. I'm gonna put in a 1 terabyte hard drive in this sucker, put all my movies on there, put all music on there, all sorts of stuff. So that's just me because this is my entertainment box, as well as a video game box, but it's more of an entertainment Blu-ray player slash media player. I'm going to be playing my music off it, my videos. I'll have some photos on there. It's going to be an all-one entertainment solution again. And like I said, eventually maybe I'll connect this directly connected to an Ethernet cable down the road if I get a splitter for that. And I don't understand why they include regular AV cables. They should give people HDMI right out of the box. I can understand maybe not giving you an optical cable, but come on, Sony. You make HDMI cables. You can make a nice HDMI cable for your PS3 for your people. Sell this other AV cable separately, because I'm sure everybody has these red, yellow, white cables. Well, that's a USB cable. Where is it? Everybody has these red, white, and yellow regular AV cables out there. They can use them from their old PS2s and old PS3s or whatever, even PS1, and it still work. It's no need to have these anymore. People use HDMI, Sony. Sony's got to get with that, and I'm sure it's not much to do that. It's not expensive to do it, but they want you to buy their cables separately, so that's like everybody else. Next, I'm going to power this sucker up here on the unboxing of the PS3 Slimmer. And I got to move some of these other PS3s out of here for a sec. Maybe. Okay, I'm back here now with the PS3 Slimmer right here. As you can see, I got it already going to power it on. I'm going to keep my microphone close so if you can hear it. Okay. No disc to load yet. And the fans are running. It's on. It's very quiet. Can't hear nothing. I can't hear nothing. When I first started up, it was trying to read a disc. And now, I open it up. I got Mod Nation Racers, even though I'm not going to play it. I'll stick the disc in, which is easy to drop in. You just drop it in, pop it in, close her up, and let's hear if we can hear much. You can hear, if you can hear this, it's a very, very slight hum to it. Nothing bad at all. So even if it's out and you don't have it in an entertainment center, it's going to be quiet. It's going to remain very, very quiet. So I wouldn't worry about that. And I'll eject it. It stops instantly, as you can see there. So, because it's got that, I forgot what they call the mechanism, but it's an instant stop, instant kill disk running mechanism in there, which I think it's a buffer or something. I forgot. If you can tell me. You can email me that. But it stops instantly. It's very quiet. Like I said, I can feel the airflow in the back through the vents, but not very hot at all because I'm sure there's nothing running to intensify the CPUs. And like I said, it's on because it's green. Now, let's see how we pop out the discs, because it's very tricky because there's just enough room for the disc to go into, and you got little ends here, which you pop out the disc. You got to push in, and you got to pull out gently on the side. It's a little weird, popping it in, popping it out like so. Some people might not like that. That's okay for me. But it's a nice, easy pop in and pop out system. Pretty nice. Let me close her back up, and I'll turn her off. But like I said, there's no sound at all, so it should not worry you. It doesn't sound like the PS3 when it turns into a jet engine. After a little while, it doesn't sound anything like an Xbox 360, even though those are quieter now, a lot quieter now. I have it underneath my entertainment system. My new PS3 or my new Xbox 360 Slim isn't loud, but this thing is virtually quiet, and it feels cool to all the touch so far. I don't feel no heat coming off of it. Unlike a PS3, you touch it in certain places, it could feel a little hot. So far, this is beautiful. It's nice and quiet. It's, like I said, still got the shine, even though I can see a little bit of dust or grime coming on the front of it. It's got the nice slide. If you like the slide, I like the slide. Nice little grooves here. I don't know. I'm saying this is a great system. If you're a person that doesn't have a PS3, or if your PS3 died and you want to take advantage of all the new games that's coming out this year and next year, Sony just announced that they're gonna, they're gonna keep this going. They're gonna keep the PS3 in circulation until the year 2015 or more, if it still sells a lot of consoles and games for it. And they said they're going to keep that spigot open so people can buy more games and more all sorts of stuff for it, even when the PS4 is out, which is going to be next year. But for me, like I said, it doesn't matter. I wanted this system solely for an entertainment system. So Blu-ray movies, digital movies, CDs and music, or MP3s, I should say, online, maybe Netflix, because I'm going to do Netflix again in the future. I might use this instead of my Xbox 360 because I like my Netflix on this. The downfalls of this system are it's still a little costly. So you got to understand this PS3, even though it's the slimmer model, and you would think Sony would have lowered the prices of their current systems and the system to at least like, I don't know, 180 or something, or something smaller, just because it's a newer chipsets and stuff, and they want to get the old ones out. You would think they would have lowered the cost on them a little bit, but no, it's a little bit more expensive. Yes, I can understand a lot of people not liking its cost-wise a little bit is bigger, even though the system's smaller. So $269.99. Little gripe, the front PlayStation logo does not turn or spin. It's fixed. So when you turn it to if you're one of those people that likes to put it on its side, it will do that. If it's on its regular, like I have it here, you're okay, which I'm going to keep it like that, so I'll be okay. And the biggest gripe that I have, no Wi-Fi N technology in this. It just goes G and B, and that's it. That's the only gripe I really have about it, and that's a big gripe. They should have put N in here. They could have did it. It wouldn't have cost them much more. It wouldn't make it any bigger or anything different. They should have had it in there. It has 2 USB ports. It has 1 HDMI port. It has its optical port. Why still include the regular? See, in order to make it even cheaper, they should have took out the AV part, Here, let me unplug this for a second. And it doesn't have a switch. To tell you also, it doesn't have like a on and off power switch on the back, when you kill the power fully to this thing, it doesn't have that. It only has the on and off power in the front. But they should have killed the AV part of it, Using these other cables, there's a lot of people I know probably still use them for their older TVs. But tough luck. This is the HD future. If you don't have HDMI on your TV, it's called go out and buy a new TV. They're dirt cheap out there. You can get them on Newegg very cheaply and anywhere very cheap. There's no reason for it. Or else you shouldn't have a PS3. So the AV port they should have took out. They could have made it a lot cheaper if they took out this AV port. I'm sorry, I pointed in the wrong direction. If they took out the AV port right here, they would have took that out. They would save them a lot more money. Just kept it at HDMI, maybe added another USB port in the back for who knows what. They should have had Wi-Fi N in this one. And I'm sure I'm going to announce, even though I don't really care about it, a lot of people probably don't like the top loading with the eject, which it goes slides fast here, but up and down it'll go slower. So some people might not like the top loading. Me, I grew up on top loading, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega. I don't mind a good top loader. It's a good top loader. It makes it easier for me to clean the inside, blow it out, and all. But what I really like about it, even though I don't care about the price, I like the top loader. I like its look. A lot of people said it's got a icky look. I like the look. I like the shine, blah. That's beautiful. It looks very sleek. I love how it looks. It's sleek. It sounds so far quiet. I'm going to test it out on the internet. When I hook it up to my AV system, I'll test everything out. So far, it's a great system. It's super small, super light, unlike this heavy motherfucker right here. I give it a good score. So if you don't have one, you want one, I would go out and get this new one. Wait for a bundle. You know, if you want the Uncharted bundle, they'll sell them to you. If you want a standalone system, I'm sure they're going to have that eventually with a bigger hard drive probably to sell it up cost it. And there's always that Assassin's Creed 3 bundle that's coming on in the future. And like I said, I don't know if it's going to be a white console or not. If it is, I'll be like, oh, kicking myself in the ass that I should have waited. But I didn't want to wait till November to get it, so that's just me. But if it's white, you're in luck. If not, if it's a regular black one, who cares? You know, get that. You can if you like Assassin's Creed, you want Assassin's Creed 3, and you want to get this, get it. Like I said, it's a great Blu-ray player. If you're gonna get a Blu-ray player, get a PS3. It'll be all-in-one multimedia player. You won't have to worry about anything else. And like I said, it is sleek and sexy. It's super light, super light. Man, lifting the console with one hand, that's super powerful. Yes. So for me, I give it 1.5 thumbs up, like a cricket thumb, just because of the Wi-Fi, which really gripes me. That's the only thing. Sony should have provided Wi-Fi and maybe an HDMI cable. I could add that in there too. So what do you think about it? You think this is a system you want to get? Tell me. Email me at corecast2011@gmail.com. That is CORECAST2011@gmail.com. And I'm Michael John Breyer, and this has been a Juju2Cast / Corecast Network exclusive, for at least from my point of view, on the unboxing of the PS3 Slimmer Edition. And I call it the PS3 Slimmer because they don't have a real name for it. So when you ask for a new PS3, tell them Michael said PS3 Slimmer. And I'm out of here. Thanks for watching this video unboxing. And oh, also, before I go, if you want to know more about the videos you see on my site, you see all my YouTube videos and stuff, maybe you want to listen to my podcasts. I do audio podcasts, one on gaming and technology, and one on anything. It could be movies, games, technology, social, sex, whatever. Just come to juju2cast.com. That is JUJU2CAST.com. And you can see everything I have on my website. It's a nice little website. Join my Twitter. I tweet a lot of good, funny things sometimes. I'm trying to use it more and more about my daily life, and I'll try to do some technology. But I always post some good articles. I got some good articles now. Look at my commercial. They'll show you everything on the YouTube. So have a good day, everybody.